Welcome back to ChronoCast, everyone. It's us, Eliza Goodwin here.
And me, Thomas Ree, hey? Just two ordinary Londoners, really.
Aye, that's right. And today we're going to be talking about something that changed our city forever. Something that, it shook us all to our very bones.
Yeah, you dig. We're talking about the Great Fire of London in 66, I think.
1666, Mr. Reed. But yes, that's the one. And we're gonna try and tell you about it from our own eyes, if you will. What it was like to be right here when it happened. So, before it all went up, Mr. Reed? What was London like?
Ah, blimey, where to begin? It was a proper squeeze, Mrs. Goodwin.
A squeeze? It was a muddle. Folks piled on top of each other practically. And the smell of it all.
Yeah, well, you had the river, didn't you? And all the refuse. But it was home for all that.
It was home, aye, but so many houses, all jammed in so tight. And what were they made of, mostly? Do you remember?
Wood, innit? Just wood and tar, mostly. And those little alleys, some so narrow you could touch both sides just by stretching out your arms.
Right. You could barely swing a cat in some of them. And the roofs, they almost touched across the street, didn't they? Like a big dry pile of kindling, just waiting for a spark to catch.
Proper fire trap it was. We all knew it, I suppose, deep down. But you don't think it'll happen to you, do you? Not really.
No, you don't. You just live your life. But looking back now, you think, how did we ever manage, eh? So then, it started, didn't it? On Puddin' Lane, that bakery.
Aye, Farriners, right by the river. Heard it was just a spark at first, nothing to worry about.
That's what everyone said, wasn't it? Just a little bakery fire. Oh, they'll put it out, they said. It's nothing, really.
My master, he just kind of shrugged, said, another one then, like it was just a Tuesday. But I don't know, I smelt it before I saw it. Like burning ink and pine wood it was.
Ooh, I did too. A strange smell. Even for London. I remember thinking, my books, the ones he left me, I couldn't carry them all. Such a silly thought at the time, I suppose. But then the bells started, not the proper ones, but the little ones, calling people out.
And then they stopped, didn't they? The watch, they didn't really get it. Just sort of stood about. It was just a bit of smoke.
And then the wind picked up. That awful wind. That's when you knew. When you saw the sporks flying from roof to roof, jumping like little daemons.
Yeah, that's when it weren't no bakery fire no more. It was hungry. And those narrow streets we just talked about, they were like chimneys, pulling the flames along. Faster than any man could run, it felt.
You'd hear a shout, then a scream, then you'd see the glow just a street or two away. And then the panic started proper, didn't it? People running, bumping into each other, clutching what little they could carry.
Yeah, and it got bigger, like a living thing almost. Not just put in line no more. It was like the whole city was breathing fire. And then it reached the river, see? Everyone thought the river, see, would stop it.
Oh, I remember. We all thought, well, it can't cross the Thames, surely. But it just kept coming. And then those warehouses, Mr. Reed, by the river, all their oil and spirits and everything.
Boom! Just like that, didn't it? One after another. Felt like the ground was shaking. And the noise, not just the crackling, but the roar. And then the markets too. I mean, all that dry stuff. It just went up like kindling.
It was a terrible sight. And the air, it was full of ash, like a dirty snow, but hot. People were pushing, shoving, trying to get to boats, anywhere really, just to get away.
And some were just helping themselves, weren't they? Saw folks just smashing in shops, grabbing things, right in the middle of it all, like the rules didn't matter no more.
No, the rules didn't seem to matter. It was just, well, chaos. Utter chaos. And then when night fell, and you could see it properly from across the river, or from the fields if you'd managed to get out.
Oh, the sky. I thought the whole sky was bleeding. And the bells, ma'am, the church bells melted and screamed like men. It was terrifying. Just watching whole districts, whole streets we knew, just vanish into the flames, like they were never even there.
Gone. Everything. Just gone. You just stood there, watching, thinking, that was my life. That was my home. And it was just fire. Gone. Everything. Just gone. You just stood there, watching, thinking, that was my life. That was my home. And it was just fire. And the fear. Just gut-wrenching.
My heart was just pounding like a drum, I tell you. Never felt so helpless, you know? Just seeing it eat up everything. And you saw it too, didn't you? How some folks, they had an easier time of it.
Oh, yes. The rich, with their coaches and their boats already waiting, just packed up their finery and, well, off they went. While we, the ordinary folk, we just ran with what we could carry, or goodness, what we couldn't carry. My books, the ones he left me, I couldn't carry them all.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. So many left behind or just caught in the crush, eh? Not everyone had a way out, not like that. And then, well, people started talking about why all this was happening.
Yes, the sermons, all that talk about God's wrath for our sins, they said. Like the plague wasn't enough punishment just last year. Made you really wonder, what terrible thing had we done?
It did. But then there were others, weren't there? Didn't blame God at all. Blamed, well, everyone else. Heard some folk muttering about the Catholics or the French, even the Dutch, mind you.
Oh, the whispers. You heard it everywhere. It's them, foreigners, setting fire to our city, as if anyone could truly start something so monstrous. But people were just so scared, weren't they? They needed someone to point a finger at.
Yeah, a scapegoat, innit? Easier than facing up to the flames, I suppose. Just madness, really.
And then, after the burning stopped, wasn't it just so quiet? A terrible quiet. And everywhere you looked, just ash and people. So many people.
Ah, out in the fields they were. Moorfields, Islington, everywhere you could walk. Just thousands upon thousands, sleeping under the sky or in makeshift tents if they were lucky. Like a whole new city had just, sprung up from the ashes, only without any proper houses.
It was shocking. Just to see so many families with nothing but the clothes on their backs huddled together. And the smell, still that burnt smell, even after the flames died down, that clung to everything, to us.
Yeah, and the cold at night too. You felt it right in your bones, knowing you had no roof, no proper bed. I saw folk just staring into space like they couldn't quite believe it. Their whole lives gone, just like that.
It's a deep, deep ache, that is. To lose everything you worked for, everything you ever owned. My little shop, all my books. It feels like a part of myself just ripped away. Still does, even now. The memories, they're all I have left of him.
I know, ma'am. It's a shock to the soul, ain't it? But then, for all the misery, you saw things too, didn't you? Folks sharing a bit of bread or a blanket, helping each other put up a scrap of canvas for shelter.
Yes, that was the surprising part. After all the fear and the blaming, you'd see a neighbour who you barely knew before, offering a kind word or a share of their meagre fire, like we were all in it together, truly.
Exactly. It was like London got knocked down, but it didn't stay down, did it? Even then, among the rubble and the smoke, people were already talking about building it back up. Stronger. Better even.
They were. You heard it, didn't you? We'll build it again. A strange kind of hope, rising from all that ruin, like a promise. And it's funny, isn't it? How you think things are just, they're just there, always. Your house, your shop, your street, and then poof, gone. Like it was just a puff of smoke to begin with.
Ah, that's it. It makes you feel small, don't it? Like all that stuff we thought was so strong, all those timber frames and narrow lanes, just kind of crumbled. Showed us how fragile everything really is, I suppose.
Fragile. Yes, that's the word. But then you see the people. And they're not fragile, are they? Not really. Even after losing everything, they just kept going.
No, they didn't, did they? It was like we all had to learn to stand on our own 2 feet again, even if we were still covered in ash. People they got on with it, found a way.
It was a hard lesson, but it showed us what we're made of, I think. As a city, I mean. Not just the bricks and mortar, but us, the folk living here. We're tougher than we thought, aren't we?
Definitely. And when they started talking about rebuilding, it wasn't just about putting up new houses, was it? It felt like we were building a whole new London, a different one, from the ground up.
Yes, and safer too. Proper stone, wider streets. Not just rebuilding what was lost, but building something better. Something that remembers the fire, but isn't defined by it.
Right. Like, we learned a big lesson, didn't we? About how we live together, how we build, how we are Londoners. It's not just where you hang your hat, is it? It's who you are after all of it.
It is. It truly is. We lost so much, but maybe we found something too. A new way of being, a new strength, a new identity for this city, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was awful, losing everything. But, it changed us, didn't it? All of us. And London itself.
It did. It truly did. It wasn't just a fire, was it? It was a turning point for us, for the city. It showed us, I suppose, what we're made of.
Aye. And what we can build even after everything's gone. A new London, a stronger one, hopefully.
Indeed. So, that's our story of the Great Fire of London, as we remember it. Our London aflame, and then reborn. Thank you for listening to us here on ChronoCast.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, folks. It's been a journey.
It certainly has, Mr. Reid. Until next time. Goodbye.
Bye now.